How cool that we're able to see like the first decade of the Crusade, like, and just see how far it's come since then. You know, way to go, digging through all those archives, getting all that up there.
I'm just amazed. Normally, like in an archive, you see like dead spaces where they didn't save something. But from year one in 1954, I mean, you saw that first footage there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no audio, but still, there was over 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It was just footage. I remember the first Crusade, there was a blue tote board. That's how you could always tell it the first Crusade. And remember we were talking about last year, phone numbers used to not be numbers, right?
Yeah. Juniper 5.
Juniper, right.
Juniper 5, yeah.
I think Elizabeth Taylor got her first Oscar for Best Actress for Butterfield 8, which was a phone number, right? So so 1954 on the Crusade tote board, you'll see Juniper something, and you'll say, what is that? But that was how you would call it to pledge money. And then,
and when you started Sports Talk, you had numbers. You didn't have exchanges, did you? Didn't Juniper 5 or anything? Or
well, I remember Milton Metz had a first call and showed Juniper 5 2385.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the
Sports
show.
Talk, did you have? Started Sports Talk?
That I'm having trouble remembering. I had
Johnny Desmond, but not the
I know.
I had numbers, yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's what you called it, an exchange?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what my phone number was, but I had numbers, yes.
502,
Well, we were talking about how you can see how things change. I mean, that's just one of many things that you can look and see. I've counted at least 10 things you can keep track of what era of the Crusade is if you see it just out of nowhere by certain things. I mean, if we were in Memorial Auditorium, that was before 74. If it was Juniper, obviously that was the 50s. I don't think it got much into the 60s, right? I think we got the numbers toward the end of the 50s. And now we're going to have to get another area code out here.
Yeah.
We're running out of 502 area codes, so we're running out of number exchanges now.
Wow.
So, and also not just from the first few years, but you heard, who was it, Lawrence? What was the big singer? Steve Lawrence.
Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet, they were married.
I'm telling you.
They played here.
There's nothing else like watching this stuff, standing next to these two, because they'll say, oh, look at it. You don't realize what a big deal it was until they tell you. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing the star power we had back then.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat O'Brien was a big Warner Brothers star.
Yeah, that's huge.
Right.
Yeah.
And if it was translated to today, we should have David Cornsweat come in here because he's going to star in Warner Brothers Superman next month. It'd be the same equivalent. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Where is he? Call him out.
Right.
But you didn't
Warner
have access
Brothers.
to all the social media then. I mean, there were just a few sources that you could depend on. So.
And they knew
you
Louisville
could-
was on
Exactly,
the map.
yeah.
That we were one of the cities
Because
that
of
they
the
should come
Binghams,
to.
really.
You're right. And Milton Metz used to play tennis with Walter Cronkite.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, well, one of the things I was going to say is we were talking about the musical acts and how it was like a well-oiled machine, the numbers that we had. And I think that comes from our history of having varieties on, right? That was every Saturday.
Yes,
And
yes.
Hay Live Hoedown.
Yeah.
And Joanne Hale and Judy Marshall, they were like the stars of that show, along with, Tea Party star, Randy Asher.
and Cactus.
Yeah. And I think the Crusade was so easy to have these great musical numbers because we were producing those shows on a weekly basis anyway. And then when we canceled High Variety in 1971 and Hay Live Hoedown around the same time, we were still able to we still had the people to come in every year. Instead of a weekly, it would just be an annual thing. I think that's why we had such great music that we see back then. And if you care, we can watch the 85 Crusade.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 85 Crusade. I twisted Van's arm just a little bit to get him to stay a little bit after 2. And then we're going to wrap up Van and Jack being here with You Are My Sunshine, Van. So let's take a look at the 1985.
Now,
go ahead.
We have
Sorry,
to
Joe.
do the thing that I had said earlier. We were in 1975. Now we have to go back to the future.
Yep.
To 1985, and Michael J. Fox, his original timeline was 1985. So this is the highlights from 1985. You're going to love this because Joanne Hale, like we were just talking about, and Judy Marshall, they're like in a parade with the firefighters behind them, and you'll see our building in the background. It was a great opening from 1985.
Part of a special show. Come on, you're invited. We want you to stay a while, and we'll tell you why. Our children are here tonight. They're ready to prove they're right.
This is the 1985 Crusade for Children. From Kentuckiana and all across the nation have come television and recording stars and hundreds of volunteers who have offered their services. Tonight, you'll see such stars as Melissa Forsythe and Jim Mitchell, Milton Metz and Wayne Perky, the Ventura Band, Debbie Tuggle,
I'm just looking for the answers I got.
Walker McCulloch and Caves, the Sweet Adelines, Stephen Lee Cook, the U of L Academy Dancers, The Side, Judy Marshall and Joanne Hale, the Thoroughbreds, Glitter, Dean Shepard, the Choral Club of Louisville, the Kentuckiana Square Dancers and Round Dancers, Karen Kraft, Cosmo and the Counts, the Simmons Dancers, Countdown, Gene Reed, the KSB Band. From the glitter of the pageant, our own Miss Jefferson County, Melissa Everhart. That swing trumpeter from Indianapolis with the smooth melodic sound, Larry Wiseman. From Bardstown, Kentucky, a great entertainer with a salute to Elvis, Eddie Miles. Back from Nashville, our special guest star with those deep, soulful vocals, Terry Gibbs. Television star and recording artist, that handsome gentleman, John Davidson. But here are the real Crusade stars, the mentally and physically handicapped children of Kentucky and southern Indiana. To help make their lives more worthwhile depends on you.
There is no waiting or debating of your fate, my friend. The time is now to lend a helping hand. So open up your heart and start a trend that's great, my friend. Thankful smiles will make you feel just grand.
So now that we've got you here, may we have your promise that you're gonna pledge us all you possibly can.
The money you kindly send will make you feel better when you know you've been a part of something.
This could be the heart of something.
This could be the start of something grand.
Love lifted me, love lifted me, because you share our dreams came true. Love lifted me, love lifted me, love lifted me. Your crusade daughters prove that you care. Love lifted me.
And now, your master of ceremonies for the next 24 hours, Wayne Perky.
Thank you, John Colt. And I have some good friends I want to introduce to you. Hi, thank you. Let me introduce you to Troy Fitch. Troy's 11 years old and is a student at the Cerebral Palsy School. And Troy's here, and the reason we're here and have been for all these years. Troy, you want to say hello to your grandmom and your granddaddy who are watching you?
Hi, Mom.
Hi. Go ahead.
Hi, Mom.
And Troy's going to sing for us a little while, maybe even do a little break dancing. Is that correct? Maybe so. Are you going to sing for us, Troy? Oh, yeah. Let me see your break dance move. Show me. All right. Yeah. All right. They like that. I think you got it. They like that. Is that applause just a little too loud?
No.
I know. If you're going to be a singer like John Davidson, you got to love applause. Yes, you do. Troy and thousands of other youngsters just like him are the reason you and I have gathered here all these 31 years and the reason we're here again tonight. And when it's all over, when you've dropped that last dime, that last dollar into the fishbowl, you know that Troy and all those other children are going to say, thank you, Kentuckiana, you have done it again. Dick Sanders, thank you for bringing Troy Fitch with us. Give Troy and Dick a nice hand, will you? Thank you. We have lots more of Troy's friends to introduce you to before the night's all gone, and we have lots of entertainment to show you. We're going to have a lot of fun during the next 24 or 25 or 26 or however many hours this crusade is going to go. But welcome to the 32nd Crusade for Children. We're really glad that you're here. Let me give you a phone number to remember, 571-2345. We chose that one because most of the time I can remember it. 571-2345. Our friends from South Central Bell are right now waiting to receive your call and your pledge to the 32nd Crusade for Children. And once you've made that pledge, the address is so easy. Crusade for Children, Louisville, Kentucky, 40201, and you're in, okay? Now's your turn to join this 32nd Crusade for Children, and we're ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you a lot of entertainment during the next 24 hours, and we're going to start with a big one. This fellow loves children, and he loves to sing, and he loves to entertain. Well, we'll talk more about him and find out what he's doing now, but he's been on stage, on television, and motion pictures, and he's here tonight to entertain us. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome John Davidson.
It's such a great honor to be here to sing for the Crusade for Children, WHAS. Footloose means send in all the money. That's what the song means. Been working so hard. I'm punching my card 8 hours for a while. Won't tell me what I got, but I've got this feeling time's just holding me down. I'm gonna hit that ceiling, or else I'll tear up this town. Now I gotta cut loose. Footloose, or kick off your Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, you gotta pull me up off of my knees. I say, whoa, get back. Come on before we crack. You gotta lose your blues. Oh, everybody got footloose. You're playing so cool. Obeying every rule will dig away down into your heart. You're burning, yearning for somebody to tell you time ain't passing you by. I'm trying to tell you, hey, well, you don't even try. Tonight I gotta cut loose, foot loose. I'll kick off your Sunday shoes. Oh, please, Marie, shake it, shake it, shake it for me. I say, whoa, my Lord, oh, come on before we go. Let's lose your blues. Everybody got footloose. Turn me loose, footloose. I'll kick off your Sunday shoes. Please, Louise, pull me up off of my knees. I say, whoa, my Lord, come on, we go. You gotta lose your blues. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut, everybody cut. Everybody cut footloose.
Living with them.
Yeah. 1985, Crusade for Children. Saw a lot of familiar faces there with Wayne Perky and Man, they don't do the opens like they used to, do they? That
The
was something
thought
else.
and the master craftsmanship that went into those, they're just wonderful. And they wrote the original music. It's awesome.
Yeah, John Polk did the opening voiceover.
The Bear.
Yep.
He was
Yep.
production director of radio for years.
Yep.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Lots of sparkles,
Yeah.
glitter, outfits. Way to be flashy.
The
It was
open.
the 80s, after
Well,
all.
did you see the background when they had the pictures of the people coming up who was going to be on? The background looked like probably what our middle school and elementary school backgrounds were. You know, with with the laser lights in the background. That was back in the style back then.
Yeah.
Now you were saying
Yourself now.
you were saying that you remembered the main headliner who was singing Footloose,
Yeah, it was John Davidson.
and he was on a show called That's Incredible.
That's incredible. He later hosted Hollywood Squares. And he did a lot of other stuff too, Van, didn't he?
Yeah, he sang.
That's a hit record.
He
With Big
was
Band.
versatile. Yeah, very versatile.
Yeah.
Entertainer, and
And he had a great head of hair.
apparently he had a good agent too. That's important.
He's a great singer.
I opened for him one time.
David Garrard opened for him?
Really?
All right.
Palace Theater. You know about Davidson?
Yeah.
At Palace Theater.
Okay.
On
David
4th
Garrard
Street.
opened for him on 4th Street at the Palace.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, that's pretty neat. He loved your magic, right?
He did.
Neat.
Good connections.
And you're just saying
Oh, yeah.
Footloose was not that far off. I mean, that was a brand new
Yeah.
movie at the time, probably.
Yeah, and then the remake not too long ago. So
Yeah.
very, very topical.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
Joe. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, great work.
Good
Pulling
job.
all these
Yeah.
these artifacts, this artifactual footage for real.
Thank you, 1985 staff.
Yeah.
For putting such
Yeah.
What about that opening number and the street with our building in the
I
background?
mean, the glam was fantastic. We've
the-
got to bring that back.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Goals next
Yeah.
year. Next year goals.
You guys are in charge.
Okay. All right. We'll be in the flashy outfits,
That's
glitter
right. Yeah,
leotards.
good dance moves. Yeah.
So a little later on in the morning, there are a couple more clips that you've pulled out.
Right.
That we'll play through. You want to tease people for what those are?
Well, the 1965 stuff was really good. You just saw the one rendition of "Come Back to Me," which is from the 1970 Barbra Streisand movie, "On a Clear Day You Can See Forever." That was cool. This one coming up in '65, we have another song that you're used to seeing from somebody else sing, but you're gonna actually it was a group of guys singing it, and it was a love song, but they did a gender flip, so it's gonna be cool. You're gonna like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably be coming up after 3 a.m. So we a little tease there. That's what we call it in the biz, is a tease. I've not been out long. I still remember that. Got to get them to the next quarter hour, right, Van?
Yep. Get next 15 minutes.
So, Van, I've already kept you here 30 minutes longer than what you told me you'd stay. So, thank you very much.
All right, no problem. The night is going pretty fast, I think, overall.
It is.
Well, you when you asked me to put together a little some things to perform, I did the classical guitar piece, then I did the English type folk song Scarborough Fair, and I thought, well, we got a lot of people like country music and folk music, traditional music. It's part of our culture and our country. And down in Matt's territory, his neighboring state, in the state of Louisiana, there was a man who had a bluegrass, a hillbilly, or a country band, whatever you want to call it. But he was very talented, a very talented man. His name was Jimmy Davis. And Jimmy his band was so good that he went around and played all over the state of Louisiana. And then one of the governors gave him a job at the state capitol. And he liked it so well, he started taking his band out, and then he'd make a political speech, and he won one office like Attorney General or something like that. Well, Jimmy Davis eventually became the governor of the state of Louisiana, and he served 2 terms. I think he tried to come back in the 60s, and I think he lost later. His last time he ran for governor of Louisiana, I don't know if he was singing flat by that time or what, but he did not make it. But Jimmy Davis wrote many, many famous songs. If you look him up online or whatever, you'll see a lot of them he wrote. But his most famous, and I thought that I should put a little country song and a little traditional song in there. His most famous song is You Are My Sunshine. It's hard to beat that. That's a true American historic song. So we did a little short version of You Are My Sunshine by Jimmy Davis. And it's the first country song that I can remember hearing on the radio. You Are My Sunshine. You heard it a long time ago too, didn't you?
I did, yeah. And I told you that my wife's father used to sing that to her before she'd go to sleep, and I sang it to my daughters also. So yeah.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
I'd say one thing before you play that. We started. This came of conversation last year. Remember they talked about Van and his guitar, and we said, let's bring your guitar next year, and he wouldn't do that live. So we've got that accomplished. Now, next year we need to work on the dancing and romancing pants.
Right. Yeah.
Bring those.
Yeah.
So that's next year, man. You gotta and do some of those dance moves we saw in the open.
He's got so much to teach us. Yes.
Matt, being from Mississippi, you ever hear of Jimmy Davis?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
have.
you probably had. And they sing a lot of his songs down in your part of the country where you grew up.
People are very familiar with him.
Yeah.
Well, Van, I appreciate you coming and sharing your stories. You got any other stuff you need to sell before you head home?
That's about it, I guess. If I can find my vehicle, I'm going to go home. But
As long as you didn't park it in the white zone at the airport, you'll be all right.
But this Crusade for Children is an unbelievable effort. It's been going on so long, and it's so identified with WHAS and with Kentucky and Indiana, the fire departments, all of the people who volunteer, the things they do and have done down through the years. We still have a lot of things to be thankful for, no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Amen.
I got to tell a quick story on Jack too. We were in the piece from 1985, and a couple of the kids from St. X who were running the cameras for us came over and said, "I'll ask him. Would you please? Could you do it?" And what'd you do?
While on the moving sidewalk, please stand to the right to allow those wishing to walk pass safely on the left. Thank you.
Not only was Jack at HAS, he's at the airport every day.
That's right.
And because of that, he's in an Oscar-winning film for Best Picture, The Shape of Water.
Water, yeah.
We got a lot of the St. X people here. I got a little joke for them. Back before Trinity, there was St. X and Flagey. The big rivalry was with Flagey in the West End. So Flagey closed. School closed years ago. So on Friday night, we're doing sports on radio and TV, and all of these calls are coming in of the high school games. And Flagey had been closed for like 10 or 15 years, maybe 10. So one Friday night, I picked up the phone. They said, "I got a score for you. Flagey 21, St. X 14. There was no Flagey anymore, but it was a guy playing a joke. And Flagey had beaten St. X that night. No way they could play because Flagey doors were locked.
Well, guys, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate your friendship, and we'll see you next year.
It's our
You bring
honor.
those dancing
Take care,
pants.
guys.
Thank you very
It's
much.
great having you guys.
As Van and Jack take their exit, here's Van Vance singing "You Are My Sunshine."
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when the skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. But when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
That's Van Vance right there. You Are My Sunshine. Special thanks to Van making his world premiere. Matt
That was a
playing
world
and,
debut.
and singing. So always good to have Van and Jack and other old friends come back and spend a little time with us on the Crusade for Children. It is 2:39. You're watching the Crusade on WHAS 11 and listening on News Radio 840 WHAS. You can call us at 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. And we have our three magicians. We have magically made them appear. Do you like that?
I like it. It's good.
So, Ken Abbott, your final trick for us this evening?
I'd like to show you guys a trick that uses the 4 aces, okay? And if you were to ask the average person to turn a card over, they'd probably turn it over like a book, sort of like that. Some people might get fancy, turned over like this. Let me show you how I turn cards over. If you were to say, hey, Ken, turn the ace of hearts up, I just wave. I just do the wave, and the ace of hearts will magically turn face up. If you said, no, I didn't mean the ace of hearts, I meant the ace of clubs, I just do the wave, and one card turns up,
Whoa.
the ace of clubs. If you said, no, Ken, I'm sorry, I'm really mistaken, I meant the ace of diamonds, I just do the wave, and the ace of diamonds will magically turn face up. Let me get them all going face down here. Okay, they're all face down. And in order to get the spade up, I've got to do a little rattle. Then the ace of spades will magically turn. I didn't rattle loud enough. Yeah. There we go. Now the ace of spades will magically turn face up. Oh, you're supposed to have a young man say, please turn up.
Well, you're going to have to ask Matt that.
Oh, I will do the honor. Okay.
Yeah.
Please turn up.
Then the ace of spades will magically turn face up. Yeah. Now, people don't realize it, but the black aces have a denser ink on them. You can kind of tell from their weight what they are. If I was to mix these up a little bit. Now, that feels like the ace of spades to me. Now, there's the ace of spades. That's weird. Let me see. The ace of hearts went to the bottom. I think I better stop right there because that's the end of my trick.
Very good.
All right. Yeah.
Like it.
Had the card. Go ahead.
You're up, Jimmy.
You're up.
Thank you, Ken.
Well, I have a trick. It's called the rope trick. Do you know why it's called the rope trick?
Are you going to use a rope?
I'm going to use a rope. Did you all bring your rope with you today?
Daggone.
I mean,
I forgot.
Well, there's a
No,
wire.
no, we won't use that. That's why I bring rope with me, just in case. You never know. So my job is to fool you, so you probably don't trust me when I tell you that this is a normal piece of rope. So one of you take this. Just make sure there's no trapdoors, hidden elephants, anything like that. If you'll take it.
Sure.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm kidding. Actually take it. It's a normal piece of rope.
Notice is not trusting
It is.
either one of us.
Well, you all know how it's done. Yeah, it's a normal piece of rope.
I'm glad he trusts me. Now, every rope has got a couple things in common. Every rope has got two ends and a middle. This one's way over here. If you gather the middle of the rope up, just like this, and you take your scissors, like any sane normal person carries with them, give your ends a good cut like this. That's one.
Whoa.
That's two. And you give your middle a cut. That leaves you 4 ends, 2 middles, 2 pieces of rope that are the exact same size. They're not the same size. It's okay. What would be a cool trick to do with 2 pieces of rope?
Make them one rope.
Make them one rope. Not many people get that. So how do you make 2 pieces of rope into one? Anyone know?
Magic.
Wow, that's a good answer.
See, I'm learning.
You are.
I'm
That's a good
catching
answer.
on.
I think you tie them in a knot, which it's not great because there's a knot. If you'll hold on to that end. If you'll hold on to that end. Pull tight. It's a tight knot, isn't it?
That is.
You can
It's
play
there.
tug of war with that, right?
Yeah.
I don't like it there. I think we're going to move it.
Whoa.
I don't like it there either. I think, actually, if you'll drop your end, I don't like it on there at all. It's not a knot. Get it?
Wow.
Knot. We're left with rope. You can drop your end. That's why it's called the rope trick.
Wow.
Whoa,
Okay.
awesome.
That was magical.
Thank you.
Wow.
Take your weapon.
I always carry gold-plated scissors in my pocket.
Exactly, and a piece of rope, a big long piece of rope. So, as you know, we're members of St. Matthew's Baptist Church, and I tell people all the time I'm an official Baptist. And they say, well, what's that make you official? I'm a card carrying. Yeah, it's like I never go anywhere without, you like that, didn't you? It's getting late, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to play a little game, and where'd Jack go? Get Jack back here. Joe, come on, y'all come on in here. We're going to let you play with us.
Okay.
We're going to let everybody play and see if we can create a little crusade magic. I will demonstrate how this is going to work, and we're going to use some money. Got some 20s. And
You need me to hold on to that for you?
Yeah. Keep an eye on Steve. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to let 3 of you take turns. You're just going to deal some cards onto the table like this, and then at whatever point you want to stop, we're going to stop, and we're going to put a 20 down, and then we'll put the rest of the cards like that. All right? So Jack, you go first. If you'll take the deck and just deal off the top. Stop anytime you like. Deal, 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 deal. And stop anytime you like. Right there. All right. And then place everything.
Like this?
Yep, everything goes perfect like
There you
that.
go.
All right, Matt, you want to try?
Okay.
All right, so maybe Jim, you can hold your mic for
There
you.
you go. Okay. So just deal.
Just deal off the top right here.
Okay,
Stop
as much
anytime
as
you
I
like.
want?
Yep, as
Okay.
much as you like, or as few as you like. Stop anytime you like.
Let's go big or go home. How about that?
Perfect.
Okay.
Put that there, and then sit those on top.
Okay.
Sit those on top. All right, and then Steve, you get to go last.
All right.
Left-handed, I forgot.
All right.
All right, we'll put that there, put that there. All right, now, let's see what happens here. The idea here is we're going to try to cut 4 of a kind. If we can cut 4 of a kind, then if we can get 4 of a kind, then we get some money for Crusade. So let's see what the target is. Uh-oh, I have messed up this trick. I am so sorry. Let's see what we did here. Well, there's an ace. There's a king. It says why you don't do magic late at night. I actually did mess this up. So let's try. We'll have to try something else real quick here, because we can't quit on a. We can't quit on a.
This thing, David. 50 years, you'll be in the highlight reel 50 years from now.
Yeah, that's right. Steve pulling that out is, the night the kid messed up. Like, almost dropped those.
You need those?
I hope not. Say stop anytime you like.
Okay. Stop.
You got it? Can you remember it?
Yes.
You see it?
Yes.
Don't forget it. His
Okay.
job is to remember it. My job is to find it.
Okay.
Hopefully I do this better. Now I'm going to do something that Mom told me never to do. She said never make a mess at the table. But we're going to do this. We're going to turn some face up, some face down, some face up, some face down, face up, face down, face up, face down. Cards going pretty much every which way. So you have cards that are face up, face down. You have cards that are face up, face down. You have cards really just going pretty much every which way. Take a deep breath. Hold it for 30 seconds. I'm just kidding. Blow right there. When he does that, watch what happens. All of the cards straighten back out.
Wow. Whoa.
Except for one card.
Uh-oh.
Matt, make me a happy man.
Okay. All right.
Or was it?
It was the Black King of Clubs. That's it. Yep.
There we
Wow.
go.
That
Little
is
crusade
amazing.
magic. Thank
Okay.
y'all so much for having us.
Yeah.
All right, David,
That is
tell
amazing.
folks how they can get in touch with you.
DavidGerardMagic.com.
Ken, how about you?
KenAbbott55@gmail.com.
Okay. Jimmy?
Facebook, James McKnight.
All right. Well, if you
Wonderful.
like them, get in touch with those guys. Jack, how can people get in touch with you?
Say
At the
hi.
airport?
At the airport.
Don't park.
On the moving sidewalk, wave hi. Don't say hi, Jack, though.
Not at the airport. All right, it is 12:48 here at WHAS 11 and News Radio 840 WHAS. Steve Kirkland, Matt Breland, and thanks to David Garrard and Ken and Jimmy for being here, and Jack as well. And we want to show you real quick how your money helps the Crusade for Children. Take a look at this. $582-7511 is the number to call. 1-888-382-7511 is the number to call toll-free to make your pledge to the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. Now here's a look at how your money works.
When you give to the kids, what does your money buy? Here's one example, a weighted vest. A vest can make a world of difference for a child with special needs. For a child with autism, the deep touch pressure of this vest helps him or her relax and focus. It helps reduce anxiety and allows them to be more attentive. One of these vests costs $80, and your $80 donation, all 100% of it, can get to work, making a difference for a child. Go to WHAScrusade.org and click on Donate to make a secure online donation. Or give with Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or use the Crusade's QR code to make a donation. There is no better investment than children. And we promise 100% of your donation will go directly to services for children with special needs. 100%. Join us and make a difference for children with special needs.
Second, WHAS Crusade for Children. I'm Steve Kirkland along with Matt Breland. And man, we've had a great start to the Crusade.
Good
have
morning.
we not? Good morning to you as well.
Good morning, yeah.
It's good to be here. We want you to be a part of the Crusade. We'll read some of your pledges here in just a few minutes. And you can make a pledge right now by calling 502-582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511. You're watching the Crusade on WHAS TV Louisville and News Radio 840 WHAS Louisville. And you get to meet some new friends, Matt?
Yeah, lots of magic too. That was great. The rope trick really took me.
I saw that you were getting another little trick as Ken Abbott was leaving.
Card
there,
master, for real.
Yeah.
They snapped his fingers 3 times, and then there was the card.
He's absolutely.
How do they do that?
Absolutely.
How do they do it?
Amazing.
Card tricks always amaze me the
I don't know.
most.
We've also gotten to meet Danny Barry, who's our Cowboy Poet. Danny, we are very grateful to have you here. I'm glad you brought your fence and your saddle because it's nice to lean up against.
I actually ride in the saddle.
Do you really?
I've got several. I got more saddles than I need. But
Yeah.
most everybody does. So
this is your first Crusade with us.
First Crusade here, but not my first time helping with the Crusade.
Mm-hmm. How have you helped the Crusade
in the past 4 to 5 years? I've been a member of the Clayton's Wild Bunch and a horse group that we would ride and shoot for the train robberies at New Haven at the Kentucky Railway Museum. And that group is now dissolved, but the Cowboy Posse, which is a reenacting gunfight group that I'm also a member of, they're taking that over. So the Crusade work will still continue at the museum.
Nice.
So I'll be down there some this year, participating in that. But I'm happy to be here, meet all you guys, and hopefully people like what they hear and they've enjoyed us so far, and pledges keep coming. I've noticed we've jumped up quite a bit.
We have. We're
from where we first started.
almost at $1.9 million on the tote board. So
Right.
that's pretty impressive.
For this time of the night,
For 3
too.
a.m., yeah.
Yeah, that is very good.
Yeah, any sane person would be asleep right now.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think back, Matt, but I don't think that in the years I've done the overnight that we've gotten over $2 million on the tote board.
I was going to ask.
I may be wrong, but I don't think we have. For years, we never cracked $1 million.
Yeah.
And then we got to the point where we were doing 1.2, 1.5 million. So it'll be interesting to see come 6 a.m.
Yeah, we're getting
if we're
closer
over
and
$2 million.
closer. Yeah,
So
we're definitely getting closer.
I hope that's a good sign of what's going to happen around 7 o'clock tonight when the final tote board is announced.
Yeah, hopefully. Heck, we'll just shoot her up to 3, be done with it.
There you go. Well, Danny, we're gonna step away. We're gonna let you tell a couple stories here, and then we're gonna hear from another Crusade legend, Randy Asher.
I was on that show when I was about this big, so yeah, I barely remember it, but I was on that show.
So here's our cowboy poet.
Thank you, Steve.
Danny Barry.
Thank you, Steve. Well, this poem is actually the very first cowboy poem that I wrote, and it's called The Greenhorn's Ride. So here we go. Well, a greenhorn rode in one day, wanted to join our bunch. Said he wanted to learn to cowboy and find some cows to punch. Well, we said you're welcome to it if you can pass our test. But if you fail, you'll be down the trail just like all the rest. Now, it's no surprise the test we devised, no one had ever passed. And this guy wouldn't be the first and certainly not the last. So we got ourselves an empty can and filled kerosene to the top. The test would be to ride his horse and never spill a drop. So the greenhorn mounted up and we handed him the can. And there he sat, quite nervous, but with an even hand. Horse and rider stood stock still to make sure all was steady. Then with one deep breath, the greenhorn said, "Okay, I think I'm ready." Well, they were well on their way and had a nice calm walk, when from the brush a rabbit jumped and caused that horse to balk. And when he did, that greenhorn tried with every ounce of will to hold that can still even and avoid a massive spill. Well, as was designed, the greenhorn failed the test we gave, of course. Kerosene was everywhere and most went on the horse. Down his rump and under his tail, that kerosene did run. And that, my friends, is all it took to start some raucous fun. Like a powder keg, that pony blew straight up to the sky. He came down and hit the ground and made his rider cry. He zigzagged back and forth. Who knew where he would go? And all the while, that greenhorn just kept screaming, "Whoa!" The greenhorn thought after one big hop as he dropped the second rein, well, this horse has ate some loco weed and has surely gone insane. That colt bucked high and sidestepped low, and none of it was slow. Excuse me, it crossed his mind at any time to his maker he would go. With leather slapping and chaps a-flapping, he held on with all his might. We all agreed him on his steed did make quite a sight. Well, none of us stepped up to help as he pitched to and fro. We thought it was a hoot and just enjoyed the show. Then all at once that horse just stopped and dropped his head to eat. He hardly made a single twitch and stood on all 4 feet. That pony stood as calm as any packer's mule. We weren't surprised, for we surmised he simply ran out of fuel. So don't carry kerosene when you ride your horse. I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I mentioned earlier with the guys that I have a variety of poetry, some funny, some serious, and this is more on the serious side. A lot of people have issues, obsessions about this, that, or the other. And oftentimes they get out of hand and can even ruin a life. And this poem kind of addresses that, and hopefully it might be food for thought for somebody out there. It's called The Fever. There are many tales and legends of the men who lived the West, some about the very worst and some about the best. But this one falls in between, a tragedy, you might say. But I think there's a lesson in it, so some attention you should pay. When word got out that gold was found, the news spread like prairie fire. Men poured in from everywhere to cash in on their desires. The gold has a way of changing men, and often not for good. It can affect their mind, their soul, to do things they never would. This was especially true for one man. Gold fever changed his life. He simply up and left his home, his children, and his wife. Left alone with broken hearts, they could not reason why. Husband and father would not return, never a tear in his eye. When he reached the gold fields to make friends he did not try, the only response men got from him was simply his name. I'm Eli. He became obsessed. Day and night he searched for dust. Nothing else mattered, for it was gold his soul did lust. The miners stayed clear of him, for there was something in his eye. They knew if they crossed him that they would surely die. There was no peace for Eli, for he had gone insane. All he knew was that all mankind was out to steal his claim. Rock after rock he broke as he fought the defiant ground. But Eli's efforts were useless. No gold he ever found. Months turned to years with no concept of time. But Eli would not give up, for the fever had taken his mind. It's been many years since the gold ran out. Miners have all come down. Many have died, some had wealth, and some have built new towns. But the canyons aren't always silent. They're still ringing in the hills. The sound of spike and hammer echo. For old Eli has the fever still. Thank you very much. It's got a message, don't it? It's got a message.
Back to a WHAS icon. This time he's bringing his buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, Randy Atcher.
We saddle up our ponies and away we will ride across the rolling prairie and down the mountainside, rounding up the Dogies and the Brandon, their hides riding high, white and handsome. We make camp at night by a rippling stream, sing the good old cowboy songs by the campfire's gleam. We're up every morning before the break of dawn, and we're in the saddle till daylight is gone. A cowboy's life is riding, keeping Dogies rolling on, riding high, white and handsome. They call us high, white and handsome. Just so you know, I'm high.
And I'm wide.
And I'm handsome.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. Can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. Now to know me is to love me. I must be a heck of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can.
All day I face the barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Oh, Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Oh, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water, cool water. But with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Oh, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Waiting for me and you. Oh, thank you very much. Once again, it's a great pleasure to be back on the Crusade for Children again this year.
You know what?
What?
48 years, and I'll bet you one thing.
What?
There ain't nobody else that made the first crusade in a horse and buggy like we did.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but once again, my son Mark has flown up from Florida, where he lives, to be with us.
My arm's tired.
But I'm glad he could make it again for the crusade to be with us. And Shorty has been a little under the weather. Now next
Yeah, I ain't dancing quite as good as it was.
But he was able to come and be with us tonight, and we're happy to have him. Thank you. Now we're sort of High, Wide, and Handsome Plus tonight because we have a fella that you've been hearing already. But he's a friend who worked at the WSM Grand Ole Opry for many years. The last hit he had was with Vince Gill, and one of the terrific fiddle players, mandolin players, guitar players, banjo players, plays them all. Let's have a nice hand for Jeff Guernsey. Well, Mark did make it, so here's Little Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Old cowpoke went riding out one dark and windy day. On a ridge he rested as he went along his way. But all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny, and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard, and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh,
Ghost riders in the sky.
Their faces gaunt, their eyes were blurred, their shirts all soaked with sweat. They're riding hard to catch that herd, but they ain't caught him yet. 'Cause they gotta ride forever on that range up in the sky, on horses snorting fire. As they ride on, you hear their cry. Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-oh,
Ghost riders in the sky.
As the riders looked on by him, he heard one call his name. If you want to save your soul from hell, riding on our range, then cowboy, change your ways today, or with us you will ride. But trying to catch the devil's herd across these endless skies,
Yippee-yi-hey, yippee-yi-yo. Ghost riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-hey. Riders in the sky.
Thank you all very much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Well, everybody join in. Brush your teeth each morning. Get lots of sleep at night. Mind your mom and daddy, 'cause they know what is right. Lots of exercise each day and eat up all your food. And always wear a great big smile that makes you look so good. Be sure to look both left and right before you cross the street. And be with us tomorrow at 9 when it's TRB Ranch time. Glad to see most of you remember the words. Don't forget we're here for the crusade, so like Terry and Melissa have been saying, give those donations. We don't care how you get them here, just so you get them here. I'm going to call on Jeff now. He's got that fiddle, and there's a song that the best fiddle players all over the world play, but no better than him. Let's have a big hand for Jeff and a little Orange Blossom Special. How about that? Isn't that something? Well, some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die.
hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Well, just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a home where joys will never end. I'll fly away, I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away, fly away. The time has come to say good night, good night, good night. But we'll be here next year. Until then, good night. I would sure like you all to give a big hand for Shorty Chester, who made it special this evening. For my son Mark Atcher, who came up from Florida for this.
Thank you very much.
And let's not forget fiddle playing Jeff Guernsey over there. But now it's time to say good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you very much. We're not leaving, but we're certainly glad to see you all here. Glad you could be here.
All right, well, welcome back to the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. I'm Matt Breland, along here with Steve Kirkland. And we have Joe Federle.
Thanks for having me back.
We are burning the midnight oil as we go. That's what they say.
Turned into 3 a.m. oil.
It has, the 3 a.m. oil now, for sure. Overnight, yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. We are still staying here with you guys. We're on set here till 6 a.m.
We are. It's 3:16 in the morning. And look at the tote board, guys. We're at $1.9 million already for the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. Now, we have friendly operators standing by, waiting to take your telephone call. Let's get a shot of them. We can
look at there. Give us a wave.
Our beautiful operators.
You can call them and keep them busy tonight at 582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511.
Show us the ringers work.
Now's a good time to call. Nobody else is calling right now. So you pick up the phone and call at 582-7511 or 1-888-382-7511. And you can help change a child's life for the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children. I was watching a little bit of the variety show from Paristown before I came to the studio tonight, and saw the moral side panel, the folks who actually make the decision on where the money raised will go to the agencies. And they said they have $14 million in requests this year.
Well,
there we
hey,
go.
look at there.
Phones are ringing now.
Yes.
Great.
Good
Okay.
job.
So, you know, the money that we put on the tote board is the amount of money that the moral side panel is going to have to award towards these agencies in Kentucky and Southern Indiana.
It's a hard job because they want to give to everybody, but they just can't.
So out of the gate, over half of those requests will not be able to be fulfilled. So,
That's
you know,
two.
we really need $14 million on this tote board by the end of the crusade to 100% fulfill the requests that have already been made to the moral side for the 2025 year.
Yeah, and we can do it.
It's gone up at least, $800,000 since I've been here, I think.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
It's really moving forward, which is great. So keep calling, keep donating. There's multiple ways you can donate to, besides just phone or sending, a physical check. If you see on your screen right here, you can scan that QR code. That'll take you directly to the donation website. Also, the modern ways of donating too: Venmo, Cash App, Apple Pay. All of the ways that people use to pay for things now, you can do that too.
We don't forget about the old ways, though. You can still donate $100 or more and have a sheriff's deputy pick it up on Sunday.
Right.
I remember that when I was a kid, and we're still doing that. Thank you, Sheriff's Office.
You can write a check right now and stick it in the mail on a Monday and send it to 520 West Chestnut Street, Louisville, Kentucky 40202, and it will get put to work. So we will take your money however you would like. And if you're listening on the radio, those Cash App, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Apple Pay, just search for WHAS Crusade for Children, and you can make your donation that way.
Different ways of paying, but it all goes toward the same thing, to help kids.
Yep. Keep our operators going. 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. And Joe, you've got some more past Crusades that we're going to take a look at. What are we going to look at right now?
Well, we've done 30 years ago, 40. 85 was 40. We've done 2000. We did 1975, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Now I think we should go even further.
Okay.
Back. 1965. Okay. This is black and white years, as far as the TV is broadcasting it. And you're going to see the song that I was teasing you earlier. It was actually the trolley song.
Okay.
You heard Judy Garland sing it in Meet Me in St. Louis, but in this you're going to see these four guys. I think it's a quartet, and they sing it. So it's really cool. You're going to like this. It's you see the Open, you see Milton Metz, you see, I think at one point you see Randy Atcher. You're going to see all these great WHS legends.
Okay.
And some national legends, actually. So you're going to love it. 1965.
1965. Take it away.
And we present all of our out-of-town entertainers one after the other now in That's Entertainment.
Really a show sent you out with the kind of a glow and we say, as you go on your way, the world is a stage is the world of entertainment.
First, we'd like to introduce these four fellas from Michigan. You seem to have liked the way they sang before. I think you'll enjoy them once again. The Arbors.
With her high starched collar and her high top shoes, and her hair piled high upon her head, she went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley, but she lost her heart instead. With my light brown derby and my bright green tie, I was quite the handsomest of men. So I started to yen, then I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, clang, clang went the trolley, ding, ding, ding went the bell.
swinging, singing Rhythm Kings.
Well, oh, 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 well. Well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. Well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. Well, I got a gal who lives up on the hill. Got a gal, she lives up on the hill. She wants to quit, but Lord, I love her still. She got eyes like diamonds, deep shine like gold. Eyes like diamonds, deep shine like gold. She kisses me, she sends my mellow soul. I holler, yes, yes. I will, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, I know. Baby, you're pretty, but you got to die one day. Pretty, honey, but you got to die one day. All I want you loving before you pass away. And holler, yes, yes. I will, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, I know. Well, oh, 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 well. Well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh, well. Well, oh, 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 Well, it's bye, baby, bye, bye. Bye, baby, bye, bye. Bye, bye, honey, please come home to me.
And now we're going to let her loose once again on the Kentuckiana scene. Don't say we didn't warn you. Here's Demita Joe.
Now we have gathered together for a purpose. We have assembled for a common cause. Everyone's working for the crusade for children. And everyone's working very hard, doing their best to do their part. But there's one guy that's missing, and we're going to see if we can't get him to come on back and join in the fight. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home now? I'm on the whole night long. Oh, yeah. I'll do the cooking, baby. I'll pay the rents, 'cause I know I've done you wrong. Do you remember that rainy evening when I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb? Oh, no, I'm to blame. Well, ain't that a shame? Bill Bailey, won't you please come home? Oh, won't you come home, Bill Bailey? I want you come home. I'm on the whole night long. I'll do the work in the baby. I'll pay the rents. I know I've done you wrong. Tell me, did you remember that stormy evening when I threw you out with nothing but a fine tooth comb? Oh, I know I'm to blame. Now ain't that a shame?
described as one of the hottest things in the music business today, Doc Severinsen. Yes, sir, that's what comes out of the endless rehearsals, the one-night stands, the split weeks, and the scramble for stardom. That's what you came to see. That's entertainment.
All right, wow, what a miraculous, I mean, like, spectacle that was.
So the exchanges, the word exchanges to call in didn't survive the first decade of the Crusade because this was 65. Well, this is the 11th year or 12th year of the Crusade, and we already had a phone number on the tote boat I just saw. So I guess it was sometime in the 50s the juniper went away.
Interesting, yeah.
I think it's just, I can't imagine making a phone call, juniper. But yeah, that was 1965 Crusade, black and white. Now you're still we still have another section to show, but what are some of the things that you like that popped out in there? I like the opening, that was cool.
You know, the openings were just such a
They were
spectacular. I mean,
Yeah.
these were huge.
It would definitely be something you would accept today, Dance with the Stars, one of their opening numbers or something, you know?
Very elaborate.
Like the Ed Sullivan Show.
The outfits, too. I mean, just like the glam. Looks great.
A couple times tonight, we've caught, our eyes have been caught by Judy Marshall and Joanne Hale's dresses.
Yep.
They were very colorful.
And even Karen Kraft.
Oh,
too,
yeah.
in that.
Yeah. I remember Karen Kraft. I saw her at the fair one time years ago. And I mean, all these people, you realize, not just national, but local. There's been a lot of local talent, but we've had our fair share of national talent, too.
We have.
Support the kids.
Yep.
That's great.
Well, let's tell people to keep calling while we're watching some of these great old past Crusade performances. 582-7511, 1-888-382-7511. It is 3:34 on Crusade Sunday here on WHAS 11 and on News Radio 840, WHAS, your flagship stations for the Crusade for Children for 72 years.
Long time.
Yeah.
And I wanted to shout out Gail. She called earlier. She said she wanted to talk to the guy in the yellow shirt. She got a question. She was born in 1954. She's going to turn 71 this year, or maybe she already has, but the Crusade's 72.
Correct.
And I explained to her, how many birthdays does the average person have? What do you want?
I know the answer to it now.
I do too.
Yeah.
One.
You have one.
You only have one birthday. Everything else is an anniversary.
Yeah.
We shorten it to say birthday. But yeah, so when you count an annual event, it's like you say how old something is, but for a person, you say how many anniversaries you've had. But for the annual event, you stick the first birthday, if you will, in addition. So if you turn 71 this year, like the Crusade is. It's the 72nd event, though, because we count that first one.
Sure.
That's what I told her.
Okay, that was a good answer. Joe.
Thanks for your question, Gail.
Yeah, thank you, Gail, for
And
your question.
Kudos to you at 3:20 in the morning being able
For
to
knowing
do
that without stuttering either. I mean, great.
I've gotten really better at it. When I was in middle school, I got into this back and forth with one of my friends who would not understand it. I think I've gotten better explaining it to people.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we're going to see more from 65.
Yes, this is the year you're going to see that song I was talking about, the trolley song. I think it's a quartet. They're going to sing it, so that's cool. And you're going to see, I believe, more of Randy Atcher. He's going to be there.
Okay.
And I think you're going to see a really good number with these, I think they're brothers. They do a really good dance routine.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look back to 65 on the 72nd WHAS Crusade for Children.
One of the things that they do, and I think you're going to enjoy them thoroughly, just so you'll know who the makeup of the whole group is, Sonny Montgomery, Kenneth Mitchell, and Bob Murphy. They do singing and they do dancing, and they do it up brown. Let's welcome the Dancing Rhythm Kings.
Down. Come on, dip, do this dance, get hip, learn it, wow, can't take the tip. What I really can, everybody's learning how to do this dance. Uptown, come on and go with me. Hollowtown is hip as it can be. Downtown, it's all great. Everybody's doing it, it's a brand new race. Come on and dip, rip, tip, the beat, the root. We can do it. Well, so can you, it's killer. We can see, everybody's doing it, it's see. Thank you very kindly, ladies and gentlemen. You're wonderful. And on behalf of my two partners, we'd like to say it's indeed a pleasure to be here on such a wonderful occasion. At this particular time, we'd like to continue by doing a very wonderful and old number that was written quite a few years ago by a wonderful lady and a grand artist, Mrs. Leal Armstrong. We hope you like our interpretation of a little thing we call Brown Boy. You know, year after year, you find a whole lot of folks.
Oh, yeah? Where?
Lounging on the sand, the beach, that is. Now, just in case you're wondering why.
Why?
Well, old buddy, it's to get that golden tan. No matter how long it takes or just how much they spend, you'll always find the stubborn kind who refuse to give in. They go to Miami, Florida, Las Vegas, and Palm Beach, too. Anywhere to get that tan, ain't no telling what they'll do. Now, there never was a brown in all the land that's true. So believe me when I say, folks,
What?
you're gazing at a natural hue. Brown boy, chocolate boy, making my life just a bubble. I ain't taking the trouble to blow my bubbles away. Brown boy, chocolate boy. Life's good intentions, I'll break all conventions. I ain't taking the trouble to turn my nights into days. Well, the hard blazing sun has tanned my skin. No way for trouble to find its way in. I can see all the fellas looking at me, 'cause I'm just so naturally crazy. Brown boy, chocolate boy, making my life just a bubble. I ain't taking the trouble to blow my bubbles away. Trouble to find its way. I can see all the fellas looking at me, 'cause I'm just so naturally crazy. Brown boy, chocolate boy, making my life just a bubble. I ain't taking the trouble to blow my bubbles away. I said, the trouble I have to blow my bubbles away. Show business.
Say, I've discovered something. You fellas know that fellow was out here blowing that horn a while ago, Doc Severinsen? He's a singer. I found out. Hey, Doc Severinsen, come here. Come here, Doc. Come on, Doc. They tell me that you're an old country boy from way back.
Yeah, you cats are Easterners to me.
Yeah, well.
Well, you know, I thought they were going to play Stump the Band here tonight, but if they're not, I'm going to sing anyway.
Well, I'm glad you're going to sing.
Well, hang me in either.
Key here.
Oh, well, I woke up in the morning and a note was on my door. It said, I've gone away, John, but I brought your saddle home. That's all she wrote. Dear John, I brought your saddle home.
Hey, boy, that's great. That's great.
Great. I'm glad you know a trained voice when you hear it.
How about that little duet we were going to sing? Yeah.
Good enough.
Blues, stay away from me.
Yeah,
I started off. Blues, stay away from me. Hey, you sing tenor too, by God. Blues, why don't you let me be? Don't know why you keep on haunting